Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I've been watching and listening to Megyn Kelly now for a number of years, ever since she went out on her own and she started her podcast, and her thoughts and her opinions on certain matters, especially the transgender issue, has evolved. You know, she has admitted in the past that she used to use people's preferred pronouns. Now she's not anymore, because the more she investigates and the more she reports on this madness, the more she realizes that it's a gateway drug into the madness. Now, I started speaking about this issue a number of years ago now, all because of one particular woman, and that being Helen Joyce. Now, Helen Joyce raised some very important concerns for me that I didn't really think too much about. And then I started to dive further into the madness and realize that a lot of this stuff is evil incarnate. The devil himself is the one that created this transgender lie. Only the devil could come up with such a nefarious and evil, twisted thing, such as saying that you were born in the wrong body and you need to cut off something that you were born with. That is disgusting. That is twisted and pure and downright evil. Only the devil could come up with such a scheme to say that science and biology is not existent anymore. It doesn't actually have any basis in reality whatsoever. In fact, it's totally non-existent now. So you can say that you can be whatever the hell you decide to be. And if that is so, no one can say anything against you. Now, a little girl, for example, that looks up to the likes of Taylor Swift, let's say, and if Taylor Swift goes, you know what, little girl, I believe that you can be whatever the hell you want to be. And if that little girl is already confused with her appearance, or she's got body dysmorphia, whatever else, and she goes down this rabbit hole on Reddit, for example, or on Instagram, or on TikTok, God forbid, the actual devil's playground at the moment. If she goes down that particular rabbit hole, what do you think she's going to find? It's called lies upon lies. And she doesn't feel right at all. So she goes to something that a celebrity has said that she needs to go to. She's believed it because she's looking for connection. She's lost it. And so therefore she ends up believing in this horrible, evil, twisted lie. Another example is John Money. No one really seems to bring up John Money that much anymore. Gee, I wonder why that is. Could it be that a lot of people are going, oh, we can't bring John Money up, the one that is probably the founder of trans surgeries? Can't bring him up because John Money's evil. And we can't have a bad reputation of John Money at all. I was doing the Sydney Marathon on Sunday, and look, I just wanted to run. I think it's truly absurd when you have political ideologies in something as simple as running a stinking marathon. I don't think the man that created the marathon all the way back in ancient Greece, when he ran a marathon and then literally collapsed at the end and died, I don't think he was concerned whatsoever about LGBT drag trans nonsense when he was running. I think he just wanted to run like I did on Sunday. But no, you can't run nowadays and not have political nonsense and rubbish on full display. As I was running, guess what? There was a bunch of drag queens, and one of them had something that I can't actually describe on here because it was disgusting, and there are little kids around. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? And also there was like this trans flag on the ground, which I had two choices. I could step on it and, you know, wipe my feet, but that would probably be considered as a hate crime nowadays. Or I could just go around it. So I just went around it. Didn't want to get in trouble, because that's more than likely what would have happened. I would have been accused of a hate crime for stepping on a... Look, don't put it on the flipping ground, man. You don't want people to step on it or you know, get it dirty, which I think it should get dirty. But anyway, doesn't deserve to be anywhere in my sight. Thank you very much. But it's ridiculous. Everywhere I went in Sydney, in the city especially, even at the airport, there was a freaking gay plane, for goodness sake. Fly with pride. Like, what the hell? And then also at Sydney Airport, Sid was painted in the trans gay flag, whatever it is. I'm like, Hey, welcome to Sydney, ladies and gentlemen. Why does it matter at all? Why does any of this stuff matter? It's all under the banner of pride. And people like Taylor Swift are all in favor of this rubbish. In fact, she's endorsing Kamala Harris for that very reason. So that she can kill babies and have LGBTQ whatever matters represented. Now, Megyn Kelly doesn't like this at all, like I was talking about a moment ago. It all came full circle, ladies and gentlemen. I told you I was getting there. Well, I am getting there. So Megyn Kelly went on Tucker Carlson's show recently. It was a live show, and she started with this. Have a watch.
Screw you, Taylor Swift. She says the reason she's voting for Kamala Harris is because of Tim Walz's LGBTQ stance. Do you know what Tim Walz has done on the LGBTQ front? Well, here's what's going to happen. A little girl is going to find herself down a rabbit hole on Reddit. Reddit's going to tell her she's actually a boy, and she's going to get sucked into this gender cult, and she's going to say, Mom and Dad, I want puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones, which will sterilize you. And they're going to say, no, you're a girl. She's going to say, but I want top surgery, this benign thing, this double mastectomy where I'll have tubes coming out of me and I'll never breastfeed a child. I want that too. And they're going to say no. And she's going to go to a judge in Minnesota, and because of Tim Walz, the court will take custody of her, use the Medicaid funds in Minnesota to provide her all of those things, chop off her breasts, sterilize her with the puberty blockers and the cross-sex hormones. And when this girl inevitably comes to the conclusion that she didn't want any of this, that it only added to her problems, which were the divorce and the acne and the puberty, and not any trans issue, who is she going to go to then? This is all because of Tim Walz. That's what Minnesota is doing right now to little girls and boys, taking custody away from the parents so that they can have these procedures without any loving parent there to help. And that's what Taylor Swift just endorsed for your children. So screw you, Taylor Swift. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you so much, Megyn Kelly, for saying what we all are thinking and need to actually say more of, especially screw you, Taylor Swift. I don't care who the hell you are, especially if you are a celebrity. I do not care one bit. I have interviewed celebrities. Some of them, okay, they're genuine human beings. I think they're amazing people because they're people, not because they're famous, but they're still people. If a celebrity told me to jump off a cliff, cut off my dick, or whatever else, I would say, hell no. But for a little kid that looks up to these celebrities, they don't know any better. I remember when I was a little kid and I used to look up to celebrities and I used to get awe-inspired. I don't know. I was a little kid. I was naive. I was sometimes stupid. I did stupid things. What kid doesn't? The problem is we need to be more cautious as adults to help young kids, especially when it comes to this dangerous rhetoric. So if a government official like Tim Walz is trying to take away your right as parents to parent because a child goes, I don't think that I'm a boy, or I don't think I'm a girl, I think I'm the opposite. So I want to chop off my healthy breast, or I want to chop off my healthy penis. I want to chop off some body part that I don't want. If the parents say no, take the child away. That's Tim Walz for you. That's what celebrities are endorsing because it's all under the banner of love, self-acceptance. We must love these people as they are. It's stupid. It's also evil. It's twisted because none of this is actually truly real. The transgenderism lie is what I'm referring to. Doesn't mean that people aren't real. I'm talking about the lie that you can be something that you're actually not. That's not hateful to say. That's science and that's biology, in case many of you were wondering. But I'm sure all people that are watching this already know that. But people like Taylor Swift, the only thing that she cares about is supporting a man that wants to chop off healthy body parts and also supporting a woman that more than likely sells those body parts. This is the world we're living in, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, screw you, Taylor Swift, and screw every other celebrity like Mark Hamill, for example, and Mark Ruffalo, I think the guy's name is. More celebrities that have just lost the plot. George Clooney, again, same deal. A lot of these celebrities, they're only celebrities because we made them celebrities. What do? They act. Who gives a crap? Honestly, they provide entertainment. Who gives a crap? Honestly, I certainly don't. Not anymore, at least. Problem is, kids care. We worship and idolize talent now. We worship and idolize what someone can do. So if someone says something, we go, all right, because I love what this person has done, I'm also going to agree with everything they say too. Do you know how disingenuous and stupid that actually is? I don't do what someone tells me to do because they've told me to do it. I think about whether or not it is a good thing to do. And then I may consider about doing it. If a friend of mine recommends something to me, I will think about it. I will digest it. And if it's something that I want to do, I'll do it. If it's a good decision, I will do it. It's because they're my friend. I trust their opinion. I don't trust a celebrity's opinion, and neither should you. You don't know them from a bar of soap. They're a celebrity. They're putting on an act like Taylor Swift is. And she's earning billions in the process. What has she done? Sung a couple of songs. Who the hell cares? People treat her and worship her like she's a freaking god. She ain't any of that. You're worshiping and idolizing a false god. That doesn't end well. Anyway, my friends, thank you all so much for watching. You guys take care. Thank you so much, Megyn Kelly. Keep up the amazing work. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.